Shiv Tandav Stotram, lyrics and meaning in English. जटाटविग्गलज्ज्वलप्रवाहपावितस्थले गलेवलम्ब्य लम्बिताम्बुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिकां डमड्डमड्डमड्डमनिनाद निनादमड्डवर्वयं चकारचण्डताण्डवं तनोतु नः शिव शिवम्. With his neck consecrated by the flow of water that flows from his hair, and on his neck a snake which is hung like a garland, and the dabru drum that emits the sound damat 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 damat, Lord Shiva did the auspicious dance of Tandav. May he give prosperity to all of us. जटाकटाः सम्भ्रमा भ्रमन् निलम्पनिर्झरी विलोलवीचवल्लरी विराजमानुमूर्धनि धगद्धगद्धगज्जव जव ललाटपट्टपावके किशोरचन्द्रशेखरे रतिप्रतिक्षणं मम. I have a deep interest in Shiva, whose head is glorified by the roars of moving waves of the celestial Ganga river, with stirring the deep well of his hair in tangled locks, who has the brilliant fire burning on the surface of his forehead, and who has the crescent moon as a jewel on his head. धराधरेन्द्र नन्दिनी विलास बन्धु बन्धुर स्फुरद्दिगन्त सन्तति प्रमोदमान मानसे कृपाकटाक्ष धोरिणी निरुद्ध रुद्धरापदि क्वचित् दिगम्बरे मनो विनोद मेधुवस्तुनि. May my mind seek happiness in Lord Shiva, in whose mind all the living beings of the glorious universe exist, who, in the companion of Parvati, daughter of the mountain king, who controls unsurpassed adversity with his compassionate gaze, which is all pervading, and who wears the heaven as his raiment. जटाभुजङ्ग जटाभुजङ्गपिङ्गला स्फुरत्पुरम्बनिर्भरा कदम्बकङ्कुमङ्करा द्रवत्रलिप्तदिग्विधं मुखे मदान्धसिन्दूरस्फुरत्गुत्तरीयमेदुरे मनोविनोदमद्भुतां बिभर्तु भूतभर्तरी. May I find wonderful pleasure in Lord Shiva, who is the advocate of all life, with his creeping snake with its reddish brown hood and the shine of its gem on it, spreading variegated colors on the beautiful faces of the goddesses of the directions, which is covered by a shimmering shawl made from the skin of a huge inebriated elephant. सहस्रलोचन प्रभृत्य शेषलेखशेखरा प्रसूनधूलिधोरिणी विधूसराङ्ग्रपीठभू भुजङ्गराजमालया निबट्टजातजूटक श्रियै चिराय जायतं चकोरबन्धुशेखर. May Lord Shiva give us prosperity, who has the moon as a crown, whose hair is bound by the red snake garland, whose footrest is darkened by the flow of dust from flowers, which fall from the heads of all the gods, Indra, Vishnu, and others. ललाटचत्वरज्व लद्धनञ्जी स लञ्जिया स्फुलङ्गिबां निपीठपञ्चसायकं नमन्निलिम्पनायकं सुधामयूखलेखया विराजमानशेखरं महाकपाली सम्पदे शिरोजटालमस्तु नः. May we obtain the riches of the Siddhis from the tangled strands Shiva's hair, who devoured the god of love with the sparks of the fire that burns on his forehead, which is revered by all the heavenly leaders, which is beautiful with a crescent moon. करालभालपट्टिकाधकड्ढकड्ढकञ्ज्वल धनञ्जया हुटीकृता पञ्चसायके धराधरेन्द्रनन्दिनी कुचाग्रचित्रपत्रक प्रकल्पनैकशिल्पनीके त्रिलोचने रतिर्मम. My interest is in Lord Shiva, who has three eyes, who offered the powerful god of love to fire. The terrible surface of his forehead burns with the sound dhagad dhagad. He is the only artist expert in tracing decorative lines on the tips of the breast of Parvati, the daughter of the mountain king. नवीनमेघमण्डली निरुद्धदुद्धरा स्फुरत् कुहूनिशिन्तनन्तिमः प्रबन्धबन्धकन्दरः निलिम्पनिर्झिरीधरा स्तनोतु कृत्तिसिद्धुरः कलानिधारबन्धुरः श्रियं जगद्धुरन्धुरः. May Lord Shiva give us prosperity, the one who bears the weight of this universe, who is enchanting with the moon, who has the celestial river Ganga, whose neck is dark as midnight, as on a new moon night, covered in layers of clouds. Prafulla Neela Pankaja Praja Chankalimaccata Vadambi Kanta Kandali Raruchi प्रबाधकन्दरं स्मरच्चिदं पुरच्चिदं भवच्चिदं मखच्चिदं गजच्चिकान्तकच्चिदं तमत्तकञ्चिदं भजे. I pray to Lord Shiva, whose neck is bound with the brightness of the temples, hanging with the glory of fully bloomed blue lotus flowers, which look like the blackness of the universe, who is the slayer of Manmatha, who destroyed the Tripura, who destroyed the bonds of worldly life, who destroyed the sacrifice, who destroyed the demon Andhaka, who is the destroyer of the elephants, and who has overwhelmed the god of death, Yama. Akhara Vagar Swara Mangala Kala Kadamba Nirjari Rasapapra Madhuri Vijubrabham Madhuvratam Smarantakam Purantakam Bhavantakam Makhantakam Gajantakantakam Tamantakantakam Bhaje. I pray to Lord Shiva, who has bees flying all around because of the sweet scent of honey coming from the beautiful bouquet of auspicious Kadamba flowers, who is the slayer of Manmata, who destroyed the Tripura, who destroyed the bonds of worldly life, who destroyed the sacrifice, who destroyed the demon Andhaka, who is the destroyer of the elephants, and who has overwhelmed the god of death, Yama. Jayatvadat Bhavingrama Brahmanda Munjag Maspura Dhigi Niramvatankrala Bala Havyavat Dimidva Nambragatu Mangala Davinaram Praratvika Prachanda Tandava Shiva, whose dance of Tandav is in tune with the series of loud sounds of drum, making the sound dimid, who has fire on his great forehead. The fire that is spreading out because of the breath of the snake, wandering in whirling motions in the glorious sky. Drushadvichatra Chatrapalayor Bhujanga Mautikashrajor Garishratantaloshthayo Suhriddhi Vakshapakshayo Trurachitam Kaschu Shoh Prajamahi Mahendrayo Samapravartaman Tayanmana Kada Sadashivam Bhaje. When will I be able to worship Lord Sadashiva, the eternally auspicious God, with equanimous vision towards people or emperors, towards a blade of grass and a lotus, towards friends and enemies, towards the most precious gem and a lump of dirt, towards a snake or a garland, and towards the varied forms of the world? Kada nilimpa narjiri nikunja jat katore vasannaha vimukta durmati sadashihar stamanjali vahan vimukta lolalochano lalama bala lagnaka shiveti mantramucharan sada sukhi bhavyaham. When I can be happy, living in a cave near the celestial river Ganga, bringing my hands clasped on my head all the time, with my pure thoughts washed away, uttering the mantra of Shiva, devoted to the god with a glorious forehead and with vibrant eyes. Imam hi nityameva muktamottamam stavam pathan swaram bruvannaro विशुद्धिमेति सन्तनं हरे गुरौ सुभाषतिमशु यति नन्यता गतिं विमोहमं हि देहिनां सुशङ्करस्य चिन्तनम्. Anyone who reads, remembers, and recites this stotra, as stated here, is purified forever and obtains devotion in the great Guru Shiva. For this devotion, there is no other way or refuge. Just the mere thought of Shiva removes the delusion. This is Shiv Tandav Stotram. Ravan, what is the origin of Shiv Tandav Stotram?